Hey guys, welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. Games are coming thick and fast, and this weekend we have the Premier League Match Week 13. Can you believe it? It's gonna start on Friday, so get ready because now it looks like every 3 days we have a Premier League game. The Christmas period is approaching and it's gonna be very interesting. This is the table, as you can tell on your screen right now. Liverpool top of the table, 31 points. Manchester City are second, 23 points. Chelsea are third, 22 points. Arsenal are fourth, 22 points. Brighton are fifth, 22 points. But look at the goal difference. +9 for Chelsea, +9 for Arsenal, +5 for Brighton. It's very, very close. So if you slip, you're going to be out of the race. You have to keep pushing. Tottenham Hotspurs are 6th, Nottingham Forest 7th, Aston Villa are 8th, Fulham are 9th, Newcastle 10th, Brentford 11th, Manchester United 12th, Bournemouth 13th, West Ham 14th, Everton 15th, Leicester City 16th, Wolves 17th, Ipswich 18th, Crystal Palace 19th, Southampton are bottom of the table 20th.
Fight and win!
Let's get to some details from this weekend. Friday, November the 29th, 2024, Brighton against Southampton. Interesting game. Brighton are very strong. The last game, they went away to beat Bournemouth 2-1. And Southampton lost against Liverpool 2-3 at home. Brighton are going to win this game 2-0. Saturday, November the 30th, 2024. Brentford against Leicester City. Leicester City are struggling at the moment. They got a new manager, Rory Jennings. I don't know if he's going to start immediately. By the time of recording, it's not officially confirmed yet. So Saturday might be a little bit too early for him, but let's wait and see what's going to happen. Brentford drew the last game in the Premier League with Everton 0-0, and Leicester City lost against Chelsea 2-1, and the manager Steve Cooper was sacked. So with the new manager bounce, I think this game is going to end up by being 2-2 draw. Crystal Palace against Newcastle United. Palace needs to start getting points now because, you know, the last game they drew, yeah, it was a good result away against Aston Villa 2-2. Newcastle United, for some reason, lost at home against West Ham. Yeah, 2-0. So they have to bounce back. Crystal Palace playing home. Yeah, it's going to be a very tough game, but I see this as a draw 1-1. Nottingham Forest against Ipswich. Ipswich, I really want them to stay in the Premier League, to be honest with you. Nottingham Forest lost against Arsenal the last time. They have to be careful, though, because they haven't won any game in the last two. The last time that they won was against West Ham in the Premier League, 3-0. So they have to start getting some points. Ipswich now got some momentum. They drew against Manchester United in the Premier League the last time. But I think Nottingham Forest are going to come back from the dead. 2-1 to Nottingham Forest.
If you're a coach, what are you telling your team before the big game?
I would tell my team, if you lose, I don't want to see your face again, ever again.
That's pretty harsh.
Moving on. Wolves against Bournemouth. Wolves are coming up slowly and surely, leaving the relegation zone. They are playing home. They are not going to accept to lose that game. Bournemouth also, because they lost the last game against Brighton at home, it's going to be a hell of a game. And I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. West Ham against Arsenal. London derby. Declan Rice derby. Wow. Arsenal are flying now. The other day they destroyed Sporting Lisbon 5-1 in the Champions League. And the last time in the Premier League, they beat Nottingham Forest 3-0 at home. West Ham at their own stadium, not doing that good. But remember the last game in the Premier League, they beat Newcastle. So they got some kind of momentum. Oh man, this game is going to be very, very tough game for both teams. And it's going to be a draw 2-2. Now, let's move on for the games on Sunday, December 1st, 2024. The first game on Sunday is going to be Chelsea against Aston Villa, Stamford Bridge. Chelsea need to be very careful because last season they lost against Villa at Stamford Bridge. They got a red card. Malo Gusto. Very, very, very careful. They just won in the Conference League away in Germany 2-0. It was a complicated game, but Chelsea got a different team for the Premier League. So I think Chelsea are more than strong enough to beat Aston Villa this time around. At Stamford Bridge, it's going to be Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 1. I'm going to make an entire video about this game. Second game on Sunday. Manchester United against Everton. Wow. They are neighbors. They are not far away. They can just take the bus, go to Manchester and come to Liverpool. Van Nistelrooy just won in the Europa League 3-2 against Bordeaux or something like that. They drew the last game in the Premier League against Ipswich. They were lucky not to lose that game. Everton drew the last two games they drew in the Premier League against Brentford and against West Ham. So they need a result. But I think Manchester United playing home, the first Premier League game for the new manager, Amorim, at Old Trafford, United 3, Everton 0. Moving on, Spurs against Fulham. Tottenham Hotspurs, they just drew by the time of recording with Roma 2-2 in the Europa League. And remember, they completely destroyed Manchester City the last time away 4-0. Unfortunately, Vicario got injured and he's not going to be there. Now, Fulham lost the last game at home against Wolves. They have to be very careful. London derby, everything goes out of the window. 2-2 draw. And then the last game on Sunday is going to be between Liverpool and Manchester City. Big event, main event. What is that? The first on the table against the second. the title challenge game. This is the main event. This is a final for everybody. If City beat Liverpool, they are back again. They're going to get some momentum. They haven't won in the last 5 games. Back to back to back for Pep Guardiola. What a game to come back. If they can beat Liverpool, I think they will definitely be back in business. But if Liverpool beat them, I think it's going to be very difficult to catch them. So, Manchester City are coming back from a defeat against Tottenham and a draw at home in the Champions League. Liverpool, win. I don't even remember when was the last time they drew or they lost. They lost only 1 game this season against Nottingham Forest. So they are kind of unstoppable at the moment. The game is going to be played at Liverpool Stadium, Anfield. It's going to be a hell of a game. Unfortunately, I think Liverpool are going to continue doing the job. Konate is injured. The last time he was limping, but I haven't heard any kind of news. Hopefully he's fine. I think Liverpool are going to win this game 3-1 against Manchester City.